Welcome back. After the report, you saw some highlights coming from curling, but we have members from Nigeria Basketball Federation in the studio. Today, games begin talking about the men's Premium Basketball League, but for the women, it started on Monday in Abuja. But for the men, it's going to start in Lagos. Patrick Omorodio and, of course, Olumide Oyedeji. Good morning. Good to have you guys in the studio.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good nice to be here back with you, silly.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
now let's get started. I mean, from what we've had this year is the fact that the 2017 Nigerian Premier Basketball League, the men, it's going to be having 28 games. How are they going to play? Is it 2 games per team, or how are they going to play it? Home and away? I think I will throw the question to Olumide.
Thank you, Cecilia. It's a great place to be here again, sitting down with Yinka Job beside you there. Yes, it's true that we're going to play 28 games because we've not really been playing a lot of games for a couple of years. So we try to go back for our players to get ready for the AfroBasket, as well as getting ready for the new FIBA tournament that's going to come up in November. So because the new FIBA tournament. So we have 8 teams. Then we're going to have 4 rounds. So that means 4 rounds, you play 7 home games. You're going to play 7 games first round, 7 games second round, third round, and fourth round. Then you're going to go to Conference 6 for the top 6. That make it 34 games. Then you get to the finals. Maybe then you have to, maybe if you make it to the final 8, you play another about 6 to 8 games, about 6 games. So that means right now we probably have about 40 games total. And I mean, this is one of the first time that our league is probably going to be about 6 months so far, but we probably want to go further, do further, maybe go to 7-8 month season like they do in other places.
Okay. Now we have a lot of teams. We're going through the numbers of teams that will be participating. It seems to be like how many teams we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like 16 teams.
Yes.
In each of the conferences. We have the Atlanta and, of course, the Savannah Conference. Now, there's 28 games you talked about. Let me ask the question again because I didn't really understand the explanation. Are you going to have maybe Hopes and Reed, for instance, play, 2 games or 4 or like against each team or something?
Yeah, probably. I mean, like I said before, let me explain again. It's going to be like 4 rounds. 4 rounds. So that means like 4 rounds.
Hoops, for instance, is going to play 4 games against a particular team a season.
Yes.
Okay.
So that means 4 rounds. Okay. So that means they're going to play 2 home games, 2 away games.
Okay.
So the same thing in the other conference as well.
Okay.
So the top 6 from the conference. So then from each conference, so they will make it to Conference 6. They play another 5 games. So then after that, if you qualify the top 4 from top 6, they advance to final 8.
Final 8, okay.
So from other 4 from the other conference.
Okay, I think we're looking at the NBA standard now. The difference is the games are not as much as it is.
Probably we are talking about NBA started by 82 games, but we come in there, we created this Conference 6 to have more games.
Okay.
So then for sure, maybe we're looking at to change the format and to just, let me say this, we're looking to add more to this next season.
Okay. So, Cecilia, before we ask more questions, Atlantic Conference and Savannah Conference, we're just going to go through some of the teams that will actually participate in this season's Nigerian Basketball League. We'll go with the Hoops and Reed, and then you have the...
We have the owner right here.
We'll come back to that later, right? We have the Police Baton, NAF Rockets, Customs, Kwara Falcons, Oluyole Warriors, Delta Force, and Rivers Hoopers. And in the Savannah Conference, Cecilia, we have Mark Menzies, the very famous Mark Menzies, Plateau Peaks, Gombe Bulls, Cater Stars, Bauchi Nets, Caterpillars, Champions Forever, and Defenders, as well as Niger Porters. So those are the teams, 16 of them that will feature in this season's Nigerian Men's Basketball League. So let's come to Patrick. Definitely, this one is for you next. I mean, what is, in terms of structure, Olumide has tried to explain the difference from this season's edition compared to previous ones. What else is different apart from the structure of the league? I mean, I'm talking in terms of prize money. Obviously, you guys have a big sponsor now. And I imagine the players will be licking their lips in terms of what they're going to get in terms of money.
Yes, the prize money has not been fixed yet, but we are still working on that, even though we know that the more funds are coming from the new sponsors.
Exactly, okay.
Well, I think the new thing that we want to make happen this year is we want to ensure the players. Because, you know, players have been complaining that injuries have been taking the hell of them. So by ensuring the players, we want to make, that will give them the opportunity to give in their best. If once you know you're insured, you give in your best, you don't care about injury. So because that one, we have to up the game. Because one, this big money means we have to up the game and get good
Put
standard.
the money in the game.
In the game. So that is one thing, the insurance of players.
Insurance of players.
So that one will come on this season.
How
so
far have you gone with that now?
We're still working out.
Still working on
yes.
it.
We're going to expect in the next 2-3 months or till the end of the season or
Before the end of the season.
okay. No, we just want to be specific because everyone talk about players' welfare insurance. And I listen to you when you talk about the girls and all that. They shouldn't allow them to travel at night and everything. I understand what you're saying, but insurance is something we really don't take so seriously.
Sure.
We know 2 of our players didn't play, you know, at the Olympics simply because of the same insurance issue. I know that Nigeria couldn't pay, you know, the NBA, no. But they're bringing it back home and talking about these teams that are playing outside, you know, trying to get welfare for the players. What will NBBF do if maybe some teams will falter, you know, by not, you know, paying players and taking things into consideration?
Well, let me answer that very quick. Probably that this year we went further to protect the players, which I'm also representing on the world body of FIBA, executive member FIBA Player Commission. So the welfare of the players is extremely important. Like this year, right now, we came out with a couple of with some rules and regulation that this is going to be the first time that the players are going to sign the players' uniform contracts.
Okay.
So that everybody has the same contract that protect the players. So you need to get paid. If you don't get paid after 7 days, 2 weeks, we have 10% automatic increment. So after 21 days, you might decide not to play, but your money is still due.